everyone, it's Sara Hand here for another edition of Steffes Spotlight, but this time we have special guest Dennis Gage. Can you tell everyone who you are?
Well, who are any of us really? Sara, who are, well actually I'm the host of the TV show My Classic Car. I've been doing it for quite some time, and I'm here at the Classic Car Collection in Kearney.
Yes, we are.
And we're gonna talk about this incredible collection that you guys are auctioning off coming in June, eh?
It is. He's going to teach me a thing or two. I'm going to ask a lot of questions. He is the expert and has all of the knowledge. Should we go check him out?
Let's do that.
Let's go check it out.
I would have to say, Sara, this is like one of the crown jewels, if not the crown jewel in here. This is one of my faves. This is a 1914 Locomobile.
But what's special about this one
these
right
were,
here?
They didn't make many of these. These are, rare even back in the day. They were very expensive. I mean, in 1914, this thing was north of $5,000. That's a lot of money. This is a Roadster. Roadster is defined by 2 seats, top down, no roll-up windows. That's a Roadster.
That wouldn't work in North Dakota.
Well, only for about a month. And this is a 6,000-pound Roadster. It is the biggest Roadster you'll ever see in your life. They were so well built, they were so overbuilt, but you were really somebody if you were driving this car. The details on this is what they called the brass era, and you can kind of see why. They used brass for awful lot of the metals. You don't see a lot of chrome on this car. You don't see any chrome. They weren't doing that then. You want to see the engine?
I sure do. Show me.
Show me the engine. So this is these engines are just, they're beautiful to look at. So much aluminum, so much copper, and this beautiful piece of wood covering up your spark plug wires. I mean, it's art under the hood, but it even has, cast into it, Locomobile on each of these jugs. I mean, this is
true artistry.
This is true artistry, it's poetry in motion when it's running. This is an engine. This is the real deal.
The real deal.
The real deal.
I love it.
So do I. Onward.
Very cool. Let's go.
Where did the term trunk come from? Because that's what they originally had. They literally lashed a trunk when you went traveling on the back of your car, so when you got where you wanted to go, you undid the leather straps, carried it in. Now, you can't carry your trunk in now, hence suitcases.
Right. Yeah. Well, there you go, yeah.
But that's the trunk. How would you like to create a memory?
I love memories, and I even better love telling stories. So let's create a story to tell.
We're going to create a story to tell, and Alan's a great guy. I'm sure you'd be okay with this. How about you sit in it?
Let's do it.
Let's do it here. Now, it's inside door handle. You look marvelous.
Well, thank you.
Wave to the folks at home.
Hi, Grandma.
Hi.
Does this thing have a horn?
That's a good question. Usually they're on the outside, honk, honk. I don't know that.
Someone would really know I'm coming down the road if I had that.
I think they're going to see you anyway.
This is definitely different than driving the vehicles today.
Yeah, it's not your Subaru.
But I now have a memory.
Now you have a memory.
Now I got to get out gracefully.
Well, or get out either way.
This is true.
But this 1914 Locomobile is probably one of the most significant cars here. It's just a masterpiece and truly a piece of history. I don't know how many there are left on the planet, but you can probably count them on one hand. I'd have this in my collection if I had $1 gazillion. What do you say we go find something else?
Yeah, let's go check this one out.
What do you say we talk 60s muscle?
Yeah, I mean, this car looks pretty muscular.
It does look.
What can you tell me about it?
Well, funny you should ask. This is a '69 AMX, which was probably the most underappreciated muscle car built, just AMX in general. This one's really special because this is one of 52 factory modified race cars. Back then, the manufacturers had this. They're into drag racing, factory supported drag racing, and had this philosophy of win on Sunday, sell on Monday. So if your cars, if Mopar was winning on Sunday, Mopar sales would go up on Monday. But they would basically make factory modified race cars. And this baby was one of 52 built cars. These things had everything taken out of them you could to lighten them up. Factory radio delete, heater delete. This didn't have a back seat, so you didn't have to take that out. But to get it as light as possible. The cool thing about this is actually the '69 winner, the national record holder, NHRA record holder, Division 5. And it's a hometown car. This thing was sold into Kearney, Nebraska, to Walter S. Peterson of Peterson Motors, hence the name Pete's Patriot.
That makes sense.
Doesn't it though? And you know, love the paint scheme. And if you see inside, I mean, again, it's just bare bones.
Straight business.
All business, just all business. And originally coming from the factory, they didn't have the roll cage. That was a later modification. It was allowed because of safety and a 5-point harness.
Safety is important when racing.
Safety is important. You know,
but winning is important too.
Winning is important, but living through it is another big one.
This is true.
So this is a historically significant car. It's cool. It's a hometown car. But the thing that I love about this car is it comes with, you know, like all the documentation. This is absolutely like the Holy Grail. Oh, yeah, no, this is really
story
cool.
Of all stories.
Yeah, it really. I mean, it's everything. It's you know, it's all the mods. It's everything from the factory on its building. Here's the you know, the NHRA technical information sheet. You know, it's a lot of the race history. I mean, this is the entire history of this car from new, coming with this, you know, this truly significant national championship car from 1969.
What do you think that'll mean to the potential owner of this new car?
It'll mean they've got probably the coolest AMX on the planet.
A very special one.
A very special national championship AMX.
So tell me more up here. What's happening up here?
Well, there's an engine under there, and it's a pretty big one. Interestingly enough, if we could fire this sucker up, I bet it's pretty loud.
So I got to ask the question. I think you know that this question is coming.
Okay.
It's a race car.
It is.
How fast does it go?
Well, you know, that's a good question. You know, because this is really a drag car. So I got to believe this thing would be, you know, boy, that is a tough question. You know, probably a 10-second car. And I think it set the record that year at 127.5 miles per hour.
That's pretty amazing.
It is 1969, you know, and again a super stock kind of factory drag car. Yeah, 390 engine. You want to see it?
I sure do. Let's look under this hood.
Let's look under the hood. See what we got here. See if it looks as nice under the hood as it does outside. And the answer is yes, it does.
So tell me what we got going on here. What's special about here? Obviously a lot of power.
It really looks quite special to me. But yeah, this is the AMC 390 engine, but sporting a dual quads, 2 4-barrels, 2 Holleys sitting on top of an Edelbrock manifold. And again, just you know, electric fan because you don't want a fan robbing power. Everything is lightweighted and beefed up as far as it can be. This thing is really a fire-breathing monster.
You wouldn't want to be the one behind that.
Oh, I would. Behind the wheel.
Behind the wheel, maybe not in the race,
I would
right?
not want to be in the other lane in that drag race. I would want to be in this car. Yeah, it's stunning, and it is as beautiful under the hood as it is outside. This is a piece of drag race history. And AMC people are probably the most dedicated people to their mark of any car manufacturer. I'm always amazed how just rabid they are about their cars, and the AMX is kind of, you know, the top of that heap.
Very muscular, lots of power.
Somebody's going to be really happy owning this baby. Okay, so there's everything in this collection, right?
There is.
There's everything. We've seen true classics, we've seen muscle. If I had to pick a car out of this for me, it would actually be this.
What's the why behind that? And this one is unique, but definitely not maybe what I would think in regular uniqueness.
Well, but it's just so weird, and in its own right, so rare. This is a 1971 LTD Country Squire Wagon, you know, family truckster basically. But it's just in such amazing shape. This thing has only got about 30,000 miles on it. And I think bought out of Omaha, but it's got stickers on it from Estes Park, Colorado, and Disneyland in Anaheim, and
it has been to some unique places.
Some unique places. It is about as, you can't put much more green in a car than this. I like green cars, but a green interior, a green paint job and everything. Unique nose. This is not a real Ford nose. It looks like more like a Pontiac, and I believe there was a Pontiac designer working for Ford at the time. So it's just got a really distinctive look. It's a time capsule from a really weird time, 1971. But the wood graining on it's just perfect. I mean, again, check out this interior. It's like how much more green could you actually have?
Literally green everything.
Literally green everything. And this is factory roof rack. I mean, I love this thing. It's actually a 10-passenger car. 10, how can that be? We have to go in the back to see it though, so let's.
Very cool, but with 10 people, you say you have the rack. Is that for all the suitcases?
That's right.
They
With
went
10
to
people,
Disneyland,
you can't put any suitcase in there with 10 people.
No.
They got to go up there.
They gotta go up there.
But check this out, come on. Okay, so here's where all the magic happens. Again, lovely roof rack and everything. The wood graining's perfect, and of course, it's got what you'd expect. It's got the tailgate,
Right.
And this is how you get your 10 people. So it's got these weird side jump seats. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You got to be small back here, but that's 10. So this is amazing, but this is what's magic. So this is the magic tailgate, which also opens this way. Probably the most over-engineered piece of Ford equipment ever done, but this is what they called the magic tailgate, and it always amazes me
Both ways.
that it really works. How cool is that?
Functional, very functional.
See, take the whole fam. I'm not kidding. I love this car. I would love to have this car. So this is another example of a really elegant and rare car. This is the 41 Packard limo. It's built on it's a 160, but I think they called it a 1905 limo model. But I mean, look at this baby. It's huge, it's long, and there's so much Art Deco.
She's beautiful.
Yeah, and like the stainless steel stripes there that carry through the running board and come out onto the back. Just again, just opulence and elegance. I love the entrance here. It's a luxurious interior with jump seats and leather. You can just kind of lounge back there, and the driver's taking you wherever you want to go.
Yeah, there's a lot of room in here, and for back in the day, I feel like that, like you said, a limo. That's what.
Yeah.
Meant to kind of be.
And that's called a jump seat. That actually folds down just like this little guy does. Another one pops up here. So you could either, if you didn't have extra passengers, you can just kind of really chill.
It's roomy for all those ball gowns back in the day,
course,
maybe that you needed to have, right?
And the suicide doors, they open up and you get this whole grand entrance. You'd either have a driver, or if you just really wanted to have fun, you'd drive the thing yourself. And one of the things that they always said about a Packard, and I've seen it done, they run so smoothly that while running, you can balance a nickel standing on its edge on that engine, and it'll sit there. It's that smooth. Now we're beyond the brass era. It's all about chrome. You saw that coming at you. It meant business. You were somebody if you were driving this car.
I'm sure. I mean, she is a beauty with all the decorations and everything that she has on there, from the hood ornament to like the wheels, just everything. I mean, me being a lady, this is a pretty fancy car, I would say.
Fancy car. I could see myself in this. Yeah,
riding in the back though.
But of course, once around the park, Jeeves. No, it's beautiful. Another great classic out of this collection. Well, Alan, this is one of the most unique cars here, and that's saying a lot because you have a lot of unique cars here. But I know this is also kind of one of your favorites.
Well, it's an unusual car that you'll never find almost anywhere, let alone one that's in this pristine condition. We're talking about 1949 sports car. I mean, who would think? It has some wonderful features, being a dual cowl sports car, Roadster, which is just
almost a contradiction in terms.
It's true. It's true because
those two don't go together.
You usually think of in a Roadster, you think I want to go fast. I don't want to have passengers, and so it's a two-seater. However, this is one that is converted and a separate windshield that flips up. That is the most unique.
It's a Roadster Plus.
It's a Roadster Plus.
I think one of the things that the Brits always did really well were interiors, and particularly dashes. I love the sculpting of the wood here, and you can see they were going up against Jaguar, and they're trying to compete with Jag. You can even see some things that okay, I can see their competitors. But you're right. This is the big show right here.
This is the show.
So not only is it kind of a rumble seat-esque car. You had rumble seats in the 30s and stuff like that. You bring it up.
Yes.
But a dual cowl, to put a cowl in front of that, and especially in a two-seat sports car, is just is nuts.
When it folds down, it is truly crazy. It looks just like a Roadster. You would never think that that's a rumble seat conversion. Now this has a top, convertible top now also, and it's all complete. So this here will fold down, and then you can put your soft top up so you can get out of the sun if you win, or the rain, whatever it is.
How tough is it to fold up?
It actually, let's take just a moment and,
Okay, let's close
and
it
show
up.
you.
All right. So,
All right, now this would fold down.
Right.
Okay, now this has got a spring load here, so we have to release that spring.
all right, we'll go down.
Goes down. Now this will come,
Come
forward.
down.
It just clears. The
Does
spare
clear.
tire just clears, sits down there, then it's latched.
Wow.
So now that looks like a Roadster.
It does look like Roadster. The other thing, Alan, is this is actually really big for a Triumph.
It's long and
It's
sleek.
long. It really, and I could see now. I can see how it could be an XK120 competitor. I've honestly never seen one of these. I didn't know it existed. There can't be but a handful of these left. I don't think they made many of them. But this is just an example of the unique stuff that's here in your collection.
Wow, I can't believe how much I learned about all of these cars. I am not a car person, but I learned a thing or two about this awesome collection.
You are a car person now, Sarah. You are. You're officially, you're officially a car person.
I officially am. Well, that's a wrap for this Steffes Spotlight. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Check out Dennis's channel, and we'll see you next time.